Charles Bowles was an enslaved African American whose experience as a laborer and escape were detailed in his autobiography, 50 Years in Chain, or the Life of an African Slave. Born in Maryland, Boy endured systemic brutality of slavery, including separation from his family and harsh treatment on plantations. He was called multiple times, experiencing the traumatic realities of domestic slave trades. His narratives provided a vivid account of forced labor, resistance, the physical and psychological toll of enslavement. The primary source that interested me the most was the Drescott v. Stanford case. In the Drescott decision, Chief Justice Roger B. Taney ruled that African Americans, whether free or enslaved, could not be U.S. citizens and had no rights under the Constitution. This decision reinforced the systemic denial of agency and humanity experienced by enslaved people, like Charles Ball. Ball's narrative vividly depicts how enslaved individuals were treated as properties, reflecting the dehumanization legal principles affirmed by the court. The Dred Scott ruling denied the possibilities of freedom for enslaved people who moved to free states, underscoring the precariousness of emancipation. Similarly, Ball's account of his temporary escapes of re-enslavement illustrates how freedom was always under threat, even those who managed to flee bondage. The secondary source that interests me the most was Cuffy, Fancy, Mates, and One-Eyed Man, Commodification and Domestic Slave Trade in the United States, by Bernard Balins. His argument his argument provided valuable insights for analyzing Charles Ball's autobiography. It emphasized on the importance of considering both historical analysis and collective memories to fully comprehend the transatlantic slave trade's complexities and lasting impact. Applying this lens to Ball's narrative enriches our understanding of his personal experience and the broader context of slavery. Contextualizing the scale of the trade highlights the Du Bois' dataset ability to reveal the vast scale of the slave trade through statistics such as the number of ships leaving England daily and the mortality rate during the Middle Passage. His descriptions of crowded slave ships, constant buying and selling individuals, and vast network of slave traders operating in car states paints a picture of massive and well-organized industries. Beyond statistics, recognizing regional differences and agency, Balin argues for recognizing the diversity of experience among enslaved Africans, emphasizing the agency in navigating the circumstances. He recounts his interaction with Paul, a flawed escaped man who was originally from Congo. Paul's story, marked by resourcefulness and resistance despite his brutal treatment, exemplifies the strength and resilience of enslaved Africans. There are difficulties studying the past. I spent a lot of time searching for a source that I thought would be relevant to my topic. Before I can begin writing about the source, I have to overcome a plethora of obstacles, such as confirming that the source satisfies the rubric and determining the author's credibility. But how exacting the procedure is, I was always thrilled to find sources that met every requirement. By getting some assistance from my friends in finding the sources, I was able to get past my difficulties and organize my essay well. I discovered that it's preferable to start with a broad topic from an autobiography theme and work your way down to a more focused one. Compared to typing a general topic and then scrolling down until I found something that I like, this is definitely save times. To use research to contextualize primary sources means you draw upon secondary sources, such as scholarly articles, books, or essays. To place a primary source within its broader historical, cultural, social, or political framework, this process enhances the understanding of primary source by connecting it to the circumstances and larger force that shape its creation and significance. Research provides details about the time, period, events, or societal conditions that influence the creation of the primary sources. Research shed light on the author's motivation, background, or intended audience, offering insights into how and why the sources was created. Secondary sources help to identify the connections between the primary source and larger movement, ideology, or events. Research can clarify terminology, metaphors, or references that might otherwise be obscure to modern readers. There are a lot of other various ways to see how history enriches life. It helps about personal perspective of historical events, helps us with everyday life social conditions, helps us with cultural values and beliefs, helps us with memory and interpretation of the past, and finally, it also helps us with agency and resistance. That's all. Thank you.